To work about. We got this book at the Pima County Public Library, by the way, in Tucson, Arizona. So Patrick Baty, or yeah, Baty or Baty, you did a grand seminal work. This has got so much wealth in it. It just, well, they talk about the evolution of white. You know how it became white lead. It was mixed in with as part of the pigments. So when you lighten it up, it's called a tint. When you darken it, it's called a shade. So you use black for shading and white for tinting. Then there's hues, which are the colors, and then there's complementary, and oh, it just goes on and on and on. But it's so insightful, and it just shows about how certain durability to finishes were made, and some of them. It was called the Colorman back then, and they had apprentices. They made their own brushes, and they had their own way of getting around and doing it. And it's just a fascinating, fascinating book. But anyway, they found out there's a lot of poison in the lead, and they've used arsenic, and so there's a lot of crap on the walls that kill you. Some people actually, I saw a book the other day about the Victorian times of poison in their homes. Maybe I'll get that book. But you have got, if you want to learn anything about color, this is the book. I'm telling you, it's got a marbled front here. They show all the different color wheels here. It's just fascinating. And then they show the differences in different. Now these are powders from rock or substances that they got to make the color before they go in to oils. They're talking about walnut oil being some of the lightest, and then there was the linseed oil, and then there was the boiled linseed oil. And the more you go to that, then the more it darkens the paint because it's almost a red, dark color anyway. But if you like to keep it pure at first, use your lighter oils that are clear oils. Fascinating, fascinating. I can't say enough about this book. But it's just, you've got to get it. You just got to get this book. It's called The Anatomy of Color. I think anybody that works in the industry would like to have this in their library. I mean, I would. It's a keeper. It's not an expensive book, but it's $50, which is a pretty good price. But this is, oh, it's a big, it's a folio size, and it's glossy page, and there's plates all over, and it's mostly, like I said, the photographs and stuff, and then a lot of printing from museums and stuff. Get this book like we did at your library. And while you're at it, donate to us over at kraztv.com and give us support, and we'll help more people read. I'm going to keep showing you books because I love to read, and yeah, I got a couple of hundred. This is my rant now. I got a couple of hundred on here, but I've read thousands. But not everyone I put on, and I mostly put on nonfiction, and sometimes I put them over at the other channel at kraztv.com. But right now I'm trying to promote and have people read, and there's some controversial books that I read that only can be, probably should be read at zero, the adult side. So thanks for watching, and listen to Loran and get The Anatomy of Color by Patrick Baty from Thames and Hudson. I guess they're in England. Thanks. Goodbye. KZTV.